50 can't take his kid to school by himself, and he's talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Thank you, sir.
So did 50 Cent knock Mayweather out?
Nope. I didn't knock Floyd out. I should have knocked Floyd out.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
It goes on where, you know, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you had already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right?
Let me tell you, the 50 Cent versus Floyd Mayweather beef just took a wild turn, and now Mike Tyson has entered the mix. But that's not even the craziest part. Big Meech and Lil Meech might be setting themselves up for disaster. Big Meech just locked in a major business deal with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross. On the surface, that might seem like a power move, but fans are already clowning them online, saying they're about to get played out of every last dollar. And honestly, they might not be wrong. This partnership comes right after 50 Cent went off on Big Meech for turning his back on him. After everything 50 did, putting Lil Meech in BMF, setting him up in Hollywood, and keeping Big Meech's name relevant, Meech still ran straight into the arms of Floyd and Ross, 2 of 50's biggest enemies. And Lil Meech wasted no time rubbing it in, posting pics of himself chilling with Floyd like he was making major moves. But here's the real gag. This isn't just Instagram flexing. Big Meech and his son are actually investing money with Floyd. And if you know Floyd's history, you already see where this is headed. Floyd Mayweather is a businessman, sure, but he's also known for playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Just ask 50 Cent. These two were once tight, even running the money team together, until Floyd allegedly burned 50 out of millions. That's right, the same Floyd Meech just partnered with is the same Floyd who left 50 hanging after he put his own money into Floyd's brand. And if that wasn't bad enough, there's already talk that Lil Meech has blown through his BMF money, that Hollywood cash, gone. So if this deal with Floyd doesn't work out, what's left? Hold on, things just got even wilder. Mike Tyson has stepped into the ring, not for a fight, but to back up 50 Cent in this messy drama with Big Meech and Lil Meech. And he's not holding back. From what he's saying, the Flannery father-son duo might be walking straight into a setup. Apparently, Tyson believes Meech linking up with Floyd Mayweather is a terrible move. And honestly, he might have a point. Tyson has been in the industry long enough to spot a bad deal, and he's fully backing 50's decision to wash his hands of the situation. And let's be real, if even Iron Mike is saying Floyd can't be trusted in business, shouldn't that be a major red flag for Big Meech and Lil Meech? So what exactly did Mike reveal about Floyd? Is Mayweather really about to run off with Meech's money? Because if history has taught us anything, Floyd doesn't make deals unless he's the one walking away richer. Now, this mess is getting even deeper. Big Meech and Lil Meech aren't just linking up with 50 Cent's biggest enemies, they're doing business with them. And to make it worse, Mike Tyson just stepped in and picked a side. Let's rewind. We already know 50 completely cut ties with Big Meech and Lil Meech after they got cozy with Rick Ross. Since then, he's been going off, calling Big Meech a snitch and making it clear their alliance is dead. But now, Meech and his son are making major moves, and from the looks of it, they just threw all their loyalty out the window. 50 had Meech's back for years, putting money in Lil Meech's pockets, getting him into acting school, even building the BMF show around him. But the second that deal fell apart, Meech ran straight into the arms of 50's biggest enemies. And get this, just weeks after Lil Meech texted 50 swearing he had no love for Rick Ross, he pops up in Miami chilling with him like they're best friends. And it doesn't stop there. Now Big Meech and Lil Meech are linking up with Floyd Mayweather, and they're not even trying to be low-key about it. Lil Meech posted pictures with Floyd and Ross, captioning it "Real Power," an obvious shot at 50 Cent's Power franchise. Then days later, he took it even further, posting another set of photos with Floyd and Big Meech, this time with just a shushing emoji, like they've got something cooking behind the scenes. Now, the internet is buzzing, with sources claiming Big Meech and Lil Meech aren't just hanging out with Floyd, they're going into business with him. But let's be real. Does Floyd really care about helping the Flannery family? Or is this just another way to stick it to 50? Because Floyd has a long history of making deals that don't end well for the other party. And 50? He knows this better than anyone. Now, Mike Tyson has entered the chat, and he's not holding back. He's siding with 50, calling out Floyd, and warning Big Meech that he's making a huge mistake. So, is Big Meech about to walk into another bad deal, or is he finally making a real power move? We already knew Big Meech and Lil Meech were teaming up with Floyd after falling out with 50 Cent, but now it's getting messier. Now, Mike Tyson has officially stepped in, and he's making it clear he's not rocking with this at all. And here's what's really wild. Nobody even knows what kind of business these three are cooking up. They're keeping it quiet, but fans are already roasting Big Meech and his son for even thinking this was a smart move. Because let's be real, Floyd's business history isn't exactly spotless. He's notorious for making deals where the other party walks away with empty pockets. And just when you thought this drama couldn't get any messier, Mike Tyson jumps in. Sources close to him say he's siding with 50 Cent and actually agrees that cutting off Big Meech was the right move. According to Mike, the fact that Big Meech and Lil Meech are now riding with Floyd proves they never had real loyalty to 50 in the first place. And he's making it clear he doesn't trust Floyd's motives at all. So why is Mike even inserting himself into this mess? You gotta go way back, because he and Floyd have their own history. And trust me, it's not all friendly. On the surface, Mike and Floyd always showed respect for each other's careers, but behind the scenes, a whole different story. Their tension started way back in 2001 when Mike was nearing the end of his legendary boxing career, while Floyd was just starting his climb to that iconic 50-0 record. At first, it seemed like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather were cool, but things took a turn after a shady incident in Las Vegas. And here's where it gets crazy. There have been whispers for years that Floyd actually played a role in getting Mike's mansion raided by the police. Back in 2001, Mike was already facing accusations of kidnapping and attacking a woman. But word on the street, Floyd may have tipped off the authorities. From that moment on, Mike never looked at Floyd the same way again. Fast forward to today, and Mike is watching Big Meech and Lil Meech cozy up to Floyd, shaking his head, because in his eyes, they're making the worst mistake possible. So, what's Mike's issue with Floyd? Oh, it runs deep. And if you thought their beef was just about boxing, think again. Rumors have swirled for years that Floyd played a role in one of the biggest scandals of Mike's life. Back in 2001, while Mike was already drowning in legal troubles, he got hit with serious accusations involving a woman at his Las Vegas mansion. But here's the shocking part. Allegedly, it was Floyd who convinced the woman to go to the cops. Now let's pause right there, because if that's true, it would mean Floyd Mayweather didn't just turn his back on Mike, he set him up. Daryl Francis, one of Mike Tyson's former assistants, later backed these claims. He straight up said Floyd told the woman to file a police report accusing Mike of kidnapping, and something even worse. That accusation? It led to the police raiding Mike's home. Mike later addressed this with Boxing Junkie, saying some serious people told him about Floyd's involvement. When asked if that was why he cut Floyd off, Mike simply said, "I'm good with it now. You can forgive, but you have to remember." So yeah, he never forgot, and if you've been paying attention, you can still see the tension between them. They never took their beef fully public, but the shade? It's been flying for years. Like in 2015, when Floyd declared himself the greatest boxer of all time, better than Muhammad Ali. If you know Mike, you know he wasn't gonna let that slide. He clapped back, calling Floyd delusional, and even saying he was just a small, scared man. Ouch. But let's be real, Mike has never held back when it comes to Floyd, and now seeing Big Meech and Lil Meech link up with Mayweather right after betraying 50 Cent, Mike's just shaking his head, because to him, this is another bad decision waiting to blow up in their faces. And if Mike Tyson is telling you to be careful with a business deal, you might want to listen. With all this history and tension between Mike and Floyd, fans are asking the big question: what if they actually fought? Who would win? And if you thought Mike Tyson was about to be humble about it, nah. Back in 2019, during a GQ Q&A, a fan asked how he'd do against Floyd in a street fight. Mike didn't hold back. He laughed off the idea, saying it wouldn't even be a match. And let's be real, Mike Tyson in his prime, a beast. Floyd Mayweather, a tactical defensive genius, but in the ring. A street fight? That's a whole different ballgame. Now, Mike did give Floyd his props, saying that if they were the same size in a clean professional match, Floyd would probably win on points. But later, Mike made it clear, if he ever fought Floyd, it wouldn't be clean. When Showbox TV asked him about facing Floyd, Mike straight up said, "We can never fight, of course, because of the weight difference, but I wouldn't fight him the way they fought him. I'd be mean, I'd be dirty. It's impossible to fight this guy clean." Basically, if Mike ever got in the ring with Floyd, the rule book would be out the window. They don't cross paths much these days, but when they do, the energy is icy. And let's not forget, Mike has been ringside at plenty of Floyd's fights, but instead of hyping him up, he'll turn around and shade him in interviews right after. And back in 2015, one of the most unexpected moments between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather went down at the WBC convention at the Mirage Hotel in Vegas. Both men were at the event among boxing legends, but all eyes were on Mike as he made his rounds. Then, boom, he gets to Floyd. Instead of a simple handshake, Mike faked like he was about to throw one of his infamous right hooks before pulling Floyd in for a hug, laughing it off like it was all jokes. But was it really? Floyd stood firm without flinching, but the tension was thick. This wasn't just a playful moment. It was years of unspoken beef bubbling to the surface. And now, fast forward to today, Mike backing 50 Cent against Floyd and the Meeches makes total sense. Now, let's rewind. Mike and 50 might seem like an unlikely duo, but their common enemy made them allies. Unlike Mike, 50 and Floyd actually started as real friends, rolling together, flashing money, and making business moves. That is, until things went left in 2012 when Floyd's legal troubles piled up. While Floyd was serving time for domestic issues with his ex, Josie Harris, 50 claimed Floyd personally asked him to take over his promotions company. Always a businessman, 50 put in the work, building the money team, bringing in fighters, and laying the groundwork for a real empire. Naturally, when Floyd got out, 50 expected his cut, but instead of running him his check, Floyd allegedly acted like he didn't even know him. That was strike one. From that moment on, the friendship was never the same. 50 felt played. And let's be real, if there's one person you don't want to owe money to, it's 50 Cent. The king of petty has no problem making sure the whole world knows when you cross him. And that's exactly what he did. Floyd Mayweather wasn't about to let 50 Cent get the last word. He clapped back, claiming he never owed 50 anything, and that the real issue was 50 trying to cut out his longtime manager, Al Heyman. In an interview with Complex, Floyd doubled down, saying, "If you choose not to be my friend anymore, so be it. I don't owe anyone money." But come on, if there's one thing we know about 50, it's that he does not let things slide, especially when it comes to money. Once Floyd tried to play him, 50 went full petty mode. That's when he started clowning Floyd over those long-standing rumors about his reading skills. And this is where things got hilariously messy. Back in 2014, when the Ice Bucket Challenge was trending, 50 threw out one of the wildest challenges ever. He offered to donate $750,000 to any charity of Floyd's choice, but only if Floyd could read a single page from a Harry Potter book. The internet ate that up since rumors about Floyd struggling with literacy had already been circulating. But 50 wasn't done. He later claimed Jimmy Kimmel even offered to host the challenge live. And just to be extra, 50 said that if Harry Potter was too advanced, Floyd could read a page from The Cat in the Hat instead. The shade was insane. Just when it seemed like Floyd might ignore the jab, he clapped back in the most Floyd Mayweather way possible by flexing his money. A few days later, he posted a picture of massive checks totaling $72,276,000 with the caption, "Read this. Was it a solid comeback? Maybe." But 50 wasn't buying it. He kept dragging Floyd, constantly accusing him of faking his wealth and pretending to have way more money than he actually did. Their back and forth didn't die down for years. But here's where things took a shocking turn. In 2020, Floyd appeared on the Champ Side podcast and flipped the script. He started calling out 50, claiming he was the real hypocrite for switching up over money. Floyd acted like he'd been the bigger person all along and that 50 was just bitter. At first, 50 stayed quiet, but come on, we know he was just waiting for the perfect moment to clap back. And when that moment finally came, he did not hold back. When shocking allegations about Diddy started surfacing, Floyd made some bizarre comments saying he'd never speak badly about Diddy, even if Diddy did something bad to his own daughter. That statement was wild, and people immediately started giving Floyd the side eye. And guess who was waiting in the wings ready to pounce? Yep, 50 Cent. And you already know 50 Cent wasn't gonna stay quiet on this one. The moment Floyd's interview hit the internet, 50 jumped on Instagram, dragging him with a caption that read, "They didn't even ask him about this, champ. Is you stupid or is you dumb? Get me the F out your head. You sound like a hater." But 50 wasn't done. He went for the jugular in another post, now deleted, but trust me, the internet never forgets. He called Floyd out for defending SA and making some wild comments about his own daughter's choices. And this is exactly why Mike Tyson is now fully standing with 50. With Floyd linking up with Big Meech and Lil Meech, fans are already clowning them, saying they're about to lose whatever money they have left. So the real question is, are they making a huge mistake? Is 50 right to call them out, or is Floyd actually trying to help? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a drop. This is AListTea, and trust me, the tea just keeps spilling. See y'all in the next one.